All right, so I'm here with my tea really quick, and it's gonna be quick. It's amazing how we can just allow our day to get away from us, especially when you are in feel like you just in your feelings and emotions and stuff like that. But I had to put myself together, my hair and all that stuff. But here's the thing: why does some things feel so hard sometimes? Love you. Um, because I was thinking about I'm sitting at my computer and I'm just thinking about some of the things that God has gifted me to do, right? Like some of the ideas and some things like projects I have started over the years or in the past. And I'm thinking about a lot of the unfinished things. And so I'm aware of that and reflecting because I want to make sure that I don't fall back into that, like another project or another thing that I start and I don't finish, right? Because I'm just leaving, reflecting, I've left a lot of open doors. Like I do feel like you should close things out properly, or if you didn't, you should go back and reflect on those moments or those times where you started something and you didn't finish it. Go back, reflect, get the lessons learned, and close the door if it needs to be closed. Or you ask God, like, God, do I need to revisit this, or is this something that you told me to do that I just left it alone, and now this is why everything feels hard because I didn't do that thing that you told me to do. I'm currently experiencing that. And I was sitting at the table and I'm like, why does this feel so hard? Like, why does things feel so hard? And it's kind of been my reflection over the past week. And it's not just projects and things that I started that I didn't finish, but it's also like just relationships and family life and my home life and personal things that are going on that just makes my life feel hard overall. And it's not a hard where I'm whining and I'm sulking and I'm just self pity and all of that stuff. Like I'm binding all of that in the name of Jesus. I'm taking this at a time like, Lord, this is what I feel. Let's talk about it. Literally going before God and just like, God, let's talk about this because this is how I feel. I've been here before and I didn't know how to handle it then, but I'm bringing it to your feet to talk to me and show me and just guide me throughout this feeling and emotion, right? So I'm thinking about the things that I'm supposed to work on today. Like I have my days that are delegated to certain things, dedicated to certain things. So I'm working on multiple things in this season of my life. And all of them I actually love to do. But I realized that some of the things I have taken out of the hand, like God's hands, like He gave me the idea, He gave it to me, and just like, here, this is what you need to be doing in your life. And I took it and then I turned it all the way around and tried to do my own thing or took control of it and tried to make it fit for me. Because usually when God gives us something to do, it's a fairly easy thing, I think. We make it hard because then we get into our head, we get into fear, we want to go and console other people and go compare ourselves to other people that are doing the thing that God told us to do, and then we start to try to do it their way and stuff like that. And we're not supposed to do that. So we make things harder than what it's supposed to be. And I realized that that's what I've been doing, especially in for instance the lip gloss business for me and my girls. Like we've been at this thing for 3 years now. Started it in 2019, so actually 4 years. This year will make 4 years, right, y'all? Let me make sure I'm mathing right. Been at it for 4 years, and so y'all know how Google will show you photos of this time in that year or show you reflections or whatever, just old photos. And so a video came up yesterday or the day before of our very first batch of lip gloss tubes that we a batch of lip gloss that we made. And it made me reflect on how I felt when the idea came, and the just the feeling of getting it started and the feeling of just doing it and the excitement of doing it with my girls and stuff like that. And the photo that I saw it reminded me of how easy it felt. Like it wasn't like y'all know if God gives us something and we just be obedient and just follow step by step, it'll stay easy, right? So when I started, it's like I had the supplies and everything. That batch of lip gloss that I looked at was actually a batch that we sold like 30 tubes in one order. Somebody ordered like 30 tubes, and I was just doing a reflection, and I was looking at them, and I was like, man, that was easy to do. That was so easy to make those tubes, put the labels on them, ship them out. Like, even though I was figuring out everything, that felt good in that moment. So then I was like, but why does it feel so hard right now? 4 years in, we didn't, me, mom, haven't really made too much progress because I keep starting and stopping. I keep thinking I need this and this and that and that and this person and that person. Well, really, I should be just going step by step from the original design until I get to the point where God is like, okay, now you can change it. Now you can do this. Now you can do that because you have grown to this level. I'm trying to take myself from chapter 1 to chapter 5 and just making it so hard for myself because I didn't allow myself to go through the process. I didn't allow myself to enjoy the moments. I didn't allow myself to sit in the moments of greatness as we take step by step in this business. And so guess what I've done? I made it hard. I have just recalling like what I've been telling my girls. Like my girls are like, when we gonna do lip gloss and when we gonna do this? And I'm just thinking about the things that I have been telling them. But what I'm really teaching them is like, I can't follow through, that I'm not capable. I'm not, but I talk to them all the time about dreaming big and the dreams that I have for this lip gloss brand and for us as mommy daughter. But I'm showing them also like I'm a quitter. I'm showing them that I can't follow through. I'm showing them that I'm not a woman of my word. Like, and I'm telling God that first because it's like I know that idea was from God, and I know there's something that I'm supposed to be doing, but I've made it so much harder than it needs to be. And so God is like, I said all that to say, like God is like, go back to the original plan, go back to the blueprint I gave you originally, and stop trying to make it harder than what it is. You think you need all this stuff and all of this and blah blah blah. And one thing I noticed, like He'll send the people that I need. And I'm not ready because I done took it and switched the plan all the way around and just like, no, Lord, this is what the strategy is. This is what it needs to look like. But when God brings the people and I'm not prepared because I'm not following what He told me to do originally. And when I saw that photo the other day of the lip glosses and I was reminded of the moment that we were in. I mean, we were brand new, like brand new Black Friday, put it out there, had the lip glosses sitting for months and put it out there and somebody ordered 30 tubes of lip gloss for one order. And I'm just like, God showed me like, okay, this is it. This is it. This is what you're supposed to be doing. He showed me that in 2 of my businesses. And I'm just like, don't want to follow what He's telling me to do. He's like, girl, it's easy. It's so easy if you just do it like this. If you just stick with the original plan and stop trying to change it, you'll stop missing moments and it won't feel so hard. And when I send people your way, you'll be ready. If you just keep going, be consistent, take it step by step, follow the plan. And so I was just like, you know what, God, He's really been dealing with me with this. Just go back to the original intent. When I first gave you this idea, this gift that is going to bless your life and bless your family's life exceedingly and abundantly above all you can think or ask. Just go back to that and just do what I'm telling you to do. Go back to the moments when you were excited about it and it felt easy. Before you started comparing yourself, before you started feeling like you needed this person, that person, and you need to go find this and you need these supplies and I need this and that and blah, blah, blah. And God is like, no, I've given you this. This is all you need. Start here. I'm telling y'all, I'm in a moment right now where I feel like if I don't go back to that original plan immediately, not even thinking about it, that I'm going to miss something. All the other times I didn't see it as I'm going to miss something. But this time I'm like, okay, I need to go back to the original. Just stop overthinking that. All of that makes sense, but it'll come later. It doesn't apply now, but it will apply later. What you see and what you think you need, it will apply later. But as of now, you don't need that. Just park it. Park those ideas somewhere and just stick to the plan of God. And when He gives you something, just do what He's telling you to do and always be in preparation mode. Just think about it as, man, I'm doing this because I know there's exceedingly and abundantly above whatever I think. So what I'm thinking, don't add it to what God has given you. You just set that aside and be like, Lord, I'm thinking this, but I'm going to set it over here. And if it's something that we need to visit, you will tell me. You will remind me. You will take me back to that. But as of right now, I'm just stick to the original. And what I mean when I say original, I mean like when we started out with squeeze tubes. Y'all know the squeeze tubes. The tubes you squeeze and put on your lips. And I'm just like, no, I need wand tubes and blah, blah, blah. And yes, that's a good idea. But as of right now, what I have in my hands that could be making us money is hundreds of squeeze tubes. I don't have hundreds of wand tubes right now and can't even afford to get them right now. But I have hundreds of squeeze tubes in my hands that could be making us money, that could lead to upgrading our business. Glory to glory. And then eventually have those wand tubes that I'm dreaming of. But that takes time. When you start with what you have and what's in your hands, and then you upgrade. So now I'm just like, I got like 300, 400 wand tubes in there, Lord. That's what I need to sell. And I am declaring that they are sold in Jesus' name. And then we'll go back over to these wand tubes. But right now I'm going to go back to the original plan, which is the squeeze tubes that we started with and that we have on hand right now. And I'm going to do whatever you need me to do with those. These are the things that are going to bless our lives and bring abundance. But when we take the plan of God and we try to add to it, let me give y'all another example. Y'all see this shirt right here, Credit Hero? I will never forget the moment that I had, put that back. I will never forget the moment that I came across the idea of credit repair. Like, I didn't even know that that was a thing. I just knew credit was a thing and I was always overwhelmed by it. But I never learned about it, never really understood the importance of credit. Never, like, I just knew like credit, that was it. But I didn't know how much it meant for our livelihood and our lives and all of that stuff. And so I would always get overwhelmed by it. Put that back on. But I was on Facebook and I remember I came across a photo of a woman who had made $1 million in credit repair. And I felt a feeling in the pit of my, like butterflies almost. And it just made me want to dive so much deeper into it and learn about it and stuff like that. And then eventually I learned that business credit was a thing about a year or so later. And so I knew in that moment God was like, this is something that you're supposed to be doing. And y'all, I just run from, this has been about 5 years and I'm just running from it. Or I've taken it and just like, I need to go get this coach, this mentor. I need to do this. I need to do that. But when you hear success stories, you don't hear about people, you know, like going, oh, let me go find this person. God, you want me to start this business, but I need to go find a coach. I need to go do it like this. I felt so intimidated by doing credit repair. Why? Because I was just looking at my life, the way I was living, thinking about the people who know me, and like, girl, you trying to repair credit? We know how you live. We know what you do. We know what you drive. We know that didn't matter, because anytime God gives you something and tells you this is what you're supposed to do, He obviously knows what your life look like. But that doesn't matter. He wants to take it and do something for you with it as you bless other people with it exceedingly abundantly. But I try to use my own thoughts and my own mindset and say, I'm not worthy of having a credit repair business. I'm not worthy of doing anybody else's credit. My credit over here jacked, Lord. How you gonna tell me? Thinking in my mind, I'm supposed to be living this abundant lifestyle. I'm supposed to look like I got good credit if I'm saying I'm fixing somebody else's credit. And that do not matter. God is like, I don't care about that. I don't care how your life looks. I'm giving you this and I want you to do it. So guess what? Running from it, starting it, stopping it, trying to get all the information, the certifications, all of this stuff, just hindering my own blessings. And then I'm out here praying and I'm asking God, like, God, why does this feel so hard? Why am I always broke? Why can't I seem to get ahead? Why am I always in circles? And He's like, here's why. I gave you the thing. And this is what I told you to do. And I just need you to be obedient. Forget about what other people think. You should be worried about what I think about you. Your obedience. Your obedience. Look, lip gloss right here, y'all. My 2-year-old, she constantly putting on lip gloss. So if I don't have the reminder every day to get this business going, she like our little ambassador. And when we started this, obviously she wasn't around. I was pregnant with her sister that's before her when we started this lip gloss business. She's now about to be 4, and here's my 2-year-old putting on lip gloss multiple times a day because we have it all around the house. So if I don't have a reminder of like, this is the gift that God has given me, and I'm crying broke, and I'm like, why am I living like this, and why does things feel so hard? And God is like, go back. Go back to the whiteboard. I've given you the idea. I've given you the blueprint. You better get back to it before you miss the next opportunity to cross over. Before you miss the next opportunity to go into the land of milk and honey, because you're not doing what I told you to do. I'm trying to get you to do this thing so your life does not have to be hard. All it takes is obedience and trust in God and looking at Him only. Then you can look around and see the things that He's blessing you with because you kept your eyes on Him, right? And so, y'all, that's what I'm going through. That's what I'm experiencing right now. And I'm just like, I got to share this. This is my tea because it's so simple. And I actually enjoy doing it. I mean, obviously, there are going to be things that God calls us to do. And we just like, no, God, I'm good. I don't like. And it's still not up to us. But there are things that God is like, okay, here you go. You asked for it. You want wealth. You want abundance. Here, I'll give this to you and show you that you are capable and you have the ability to get the promises that I have for you. But you're going to have to do this. And here I am, then try to start so many other things, trying to do so many other things. And I'm like, let me just sit down somewhere before I miss everything else that God is trying to do. Let me just go back to this. There should be here's the crazy thing. Be bold, be strong and courageous. The tagline for our lip gloss brand is be bold and courageous. I put bold and courageous, but really I need to change it to strong and courageous according to Joshua, the scripture. Be strong and courageous. And I put that tagline, not me, came to me because it's a message for little girls and moms out there and women to be strong and courageous in whatever it is that you are called to do. And being you and in your identity. And here I am, like, just running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Like I don't know which way to go, what to do. And I'd be crying out to God, and God's just like, why? I told you what to do. Why are you crying to me? You're the reason why your life is still like this. Now, go repent. Ask me for forgiveness and go back to the original plan. Just be okay with going back. You don't have to compare yourself. You're not going to be delayed. You're not going to be, because God will redeem the time if you go with all of your heart and say, God, redeem the time in my life. I'm going to go right back to this, what you told me to do. And I'm going to do it like you told me to do it. I'm putting the blinders on, God. It's me and you. So, y'all got y'all credit hero. I'm going back. Actually both of, oh my gosh, it's what's crazy is that both of these ideas that I'm talking about, my credit repair business and the lip gloss brand, they both were birthed in the same place during a very hard time of my life. And I could just imagine if I just stuck with them both from then. This was about 5 or 6. Okay, lip gloss, 2019, 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Yep, Black Friday. And then the credit repair was the year before that, or maybe earlier in the year. It was actually earlier in the year. So both of these were birthed 2019. And here I am 4 years later, still trying to fight. Why are you hitting me with that? Still trying to run from it, still trying to fight God on it, still trying to tell God, no, I'm going to do this over here. I have stopped and went and started so many other things outside of this. When if I just stuck with these two that He gave me 2019, birthed in the same place, the original plan, imagine where I would be. We would probably be millionaires. I'm sure I would be. I would at least be a millionaire 4 years later. I know I would if I had just stuck with it. But I took it and tried to make it my own. And that's where we mess up at. That's why life is hard for you, if you're wondering. There's something that God is trying to get your attention on and you're not listening. Take it from me, okay? Because this is the last time y'all gonna hear me say this. I know I may have a little bit more hiccups in places like that, but take it from me. Take it from me, because I want my land of milk and honey, God. I'm not trying to wander around in a circle no more. I'm not trying to be in this wilderness no more. So I'm going back to the original plan, the original intent, the original strategy, back to the whiteboard where all of the plans are at, where God has already given it to me, and stop acting like I don't know what to do and I don't have clarity and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And God is like, I gave you everything. I gave you every single thing you needed for right now. You're not ready for more because you haven't done what I told you to do the first time. So go back to it. Let God redeem the time. And it's going to be as if it never happened.